My goal is to not make a single punt because of that punt last game. I think I can hold on to that cast out for now. See what my opponent is working with. What do I even name here? I don't even have a card to name here. Oh, what's the name of the pirate? Fuck, I gotta go to Ixalan. I don't even remember the name of him. I don't know, like, any pirates, dude. Like... I gotta look up some pirates real quick. There's only one pirate I can think of. But I don't know what it's called. It's a one-drop pirate, and I just forgot the name of it. Shit, I gotta find it really soon. Oh, what's that one-drop pirate called? What is the one-drop pirate called? I don't even remember the name of him, dude. Shit. Deadeye Tracker. Deadeye Tracker. Okay, I actually had to look it up because I forgot the name of the card. No, he can always see my hand with Kitesail Freebooter because it's a triggered ability. That's why I couldn't do that. But this is a card that I do have to worry about, Deadeye Tracker, which I'm pretty sure a pirate deck would run. Grasping Scoundrel? Sure. I think I actually have to use my Countervailing Winds here, just to try and find some answers. Because then, if I can get into a turn where I can either cast Settle or Fumigate, then I'm in good shape. He's probably going to take the Fumigate, if I had to guess. And that does make it quite tricky. Ooh. I could censor that, but I want to get some Fumigate value, so I'm going to let it resolve. He's just giving me a fair amount of value back right now. He still is a little bit mana screwed too. Kitesail Freebooter is annoying, but it's not that bad. I can deal with it, you know. I suppose he'll take the Drakehaven, but maybe the cast out, who knows. The Settle, really. Okay, I've got no problems with that. So I can cycle Censor here and just probably kill that Kitesail Freebooter. I'm fine going to 14 if it means making a Drake for the turn. It's a little awkward. I guess it does make his guy a little bit stronger, doesn't it? I think I still go down to 11 here with Censor, though. I want to get a Drake for the turn. What is his blue card? His blue card is Lookout's Dispersal, but he doesn't have any blue mana, so it's not really something I'm concerned about right now. I could race him, but I'm gonna play defense for the turn. I wanna try and destroy this Kite Sylph Rebooter. Okay. It's a scary card. Wow, you actually attack into this? That's crazy, dude. Alright, I get to gain 2 life back. So I'm still at 9, which is a pretty healthy life total. I could also cycle Cast Out just to make sure a Fatal Push doesn't wreck me too much. I'm gonna do it. Just to be cautious around Fatal Push. Haven't seen blue in a pirate deck? Yeah, there's plenty of blue pirate decks. I was trying to run them for a short while myself. So this is just playing around Fatal Push, just in case he wanted to get value there. So here I can settle the Wreckage, cycle Cast Out, make another Drake, and his life total is really in jeopardy. I think we have a good shot to win this. Although I guess he could counterspell me, but doesn't look like that's gonna happen. I guess I get to give him his blue mana, but at the same time, I'm really messing him up here with 3 Drakes, so I don't think it's a big deal that he's getting an island. Now he will have blue, yeah. But I don't think he's gonna have the game, because these Drakes are just gonna do a ton of work. Also, as long as I have 4 mana open, I can pay for that counterspell, which is a little bit expensive, but I think it's doable. I do need to worry about Fiery Cannonade though, so there's a chance I just might not do anything here. Just because Fiery Cannonade is the thing. Desert the Schemer, what the fuck? Okay. Now he does not have Fiery Cannonade mana open anymore, so the plan is to just cycle one of these deserts, hit him with 4 creatures. Even if he kills 1, I still deliver lethal. So assuming that's a Fatal Push in his hand, you know. Even if that is a Fatal Push, I'd still have 4 damage on board, so we got him. Your boy Tezzeret is here. Not for long. He just made a brief visit. Alright, we got 1. We're on the board. Let's keep going. Keep it up. No misplays. I don't want to misplay this time. Try to play as well as I can, you know? GG, thanks, man. Still gotta win 6 more, though. We still have to win 6 more games. I want to get 7. I'm gonna keep this. We'll play this tap land turn 1. Think the bot is out for the night? Really? Has it not been doing anything? I was not aware of this. Alright, so he's playing a GPG deck, I'm pretty sure. The question is, do we want to cycle Hieroglyphic Illumination or not? I think we do. We want to have a really good countervailing wins this game. And there's the GPG out already. Yeah, let's just keep cycling. We need to have answers to win this. Answers are so important. Nice. I'll take a good sensor. I need that sensor value. It's very important. I guess the LeBeau bot is on for the night, right? Yeah, I haven't seen the bot do anything, so I don't know. Maybe it is down after all. Oops. Actually, that's fine. This taps for blue. Man, you out of refurbishes yet, pal? I want to flip this Azcanta as soon as I fucking can, so I'm gonna go for that aggressive play where I just graveyard that. This Azcanta really needs to flip in order for me to have a good chance here. I need to just be able to get all the counter spells in my deck. I'm gonna censor that. I hate it, but... And I'll cycle this Hieroglyphic... Oh, I don't even have to cycle it. I can just hardcast it. That's good. Okay. Let's library that, because I think that land is actually somewhat important. Let's try to get as much land as we can. I really do think having mana at all times is just super important, so... If he goes for a second Angel of Invention, I'm not gonna do anything about it. Oh, he fucking has more GPGs, dude. It's frustrating. But thankfully I have a cast out this time. I'm trying to just deal with those, you know? Alright, before he gets to combat step, let's use cast out. Fumigate is a nice failsafe, but I'm gonna graveyard it in the interest of finding counter spells. We're trying to get a grip on this board that he just can't do anything. I guess the tilt level is over 9,000. Shit, dude. That's pretty high. I'm gonna counter that. I don't want him to do anything. I don't even want him to draw a card. Really running low on counter spells right now. But I have another cast out, so... Holy fuck, dude. Can you, like, run out of threats? Or is that just not possible? I'm trying to run him out of threats, but he's just like, you know, nope, I'm gonna play this, I'm gonna play that. I need to library those settles because they actually deal with his creatures, so... The question is, do I cast out his Search for Azcanta? I'm not sure. I need to find a Field of Ruin. I think that's what I'm gonna go for now. If he wants to have that Search for Azcanta, it's fine, because I'm gonna have mine as well, so. He might just not flip it, because that's what GPG decks like to do, is not flip their Azcantas, but he's flipping it. Now, if my opponent can have, like, one bad turn, yeah, that's fine. Jesus. It's fine. I can settle the wreckage for a great value here, so that's why I tried to keep this settle. Because I can start working on his graveyard quite a bit. I only have 2 Fumigates left in the deck, though, so I gotta be somewhat careful. Yep, that looks good. I'm not against setting land. Let's keep it. And let's get full control mode off. So I could use Azcanta here, but then I wouldn't be able to use it a second time, so I'm just gonna plus. Cast out's great. That's exactly what I need here. And I think I'm just gonna win with the Teferi ult. That's the plan at this point in the game. Once I get Teferi going, it's gonna be very difficult. Also, my Teferi can minus that Champion of Wits just to deal with it, if he chooses to. Which is interesting. And I don't hate doing that. His creature count is actually getting somewhat low. Like, he definitely has stuff, but... yeah, he has stuff. Kind of can't afford to not do anything. You have to play into my settle. Looking decent. I may just rush to Fairy ult, to be honest. Like, he's at 5. He doesn't have to plus that many more times before he can just win the game, you know? And I get to use Azcanta here to just really look for shit. I can cycle Renewed Faith, so let's just library that. And start going ham with Teferi.
Keep up the pace.
Abandoned Sarcophagus. Sure, I'll take that for next turn. Okay, the card draw right now is just ridiculous. I can just cast that out. If he counters this, I could be in a bit of trouble. Got him. Alright, 2-0. Or is that 1-0? I can't remember. I think it's 2-0. I think I played pretty well that game. We're doing good so far, LeBeau. We just gotta keep it up. We gotta play well, you know? No mistakes. Hand looks reasonable. Try to get an idea of what I'm facing, and then I'll decide whether or not to cycle Censor. Because if I'm facing Control, I'll probably want to keep it. I think Censor is important for turn 2 against this deck. So my countervailing wind's currently at 0 because I don't have a graveyard. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Just, if I let that resolve, I literally take 2 damage and I have to deal with 3 creatures, and there's no guarantee that I can get this Fumigate down on turn 5, so let's just get it out of the way. Now my countervailing winds is essentially a 3-mana Censor. Let's just go for Azcanta though. I think Azcanta is going to be good enough, even if it's a little bit late. Azcanta's just so good, you know. The worst thing he could do would be play like a Chandra. That would kind of suck, but he just doesn't have that much pressure on me, and I've already got 1 card in the graveyard. 6 more to go before Azcanta flips. Chain Whirler is annoying, but I can deal with that. Come on, land. Nice. So I'll probably just try to settle him here. I don't want him dealing 4 damage. That's kind of a lot, so let's just keep the damage at a low. And if he plays a Chandra, I can always cast it out, so. By the way, this song, really big fan. Very relaxing. And that puts 2 cards in our graveyard. We still have 5 more to go before we have 7. There's the Chandra. A little scary, but I think we can deal with her. Library that. I need to hit lands. So the plan is to just take a lot of damage this turn. I could go for a more aggressive line where I cast out Chandra, but if he has a backup Chandra, that line pretty much loses. If I don't cast out Chandra right now, he deals at least, what? 3, 4, 5 damage. I'm down to 11. I think I cast her out. I think I just need to take that risk. Because I go down very low on life total if I don't. So rather than do that, I'm just gonna have to tap out. Take risks. Hope that he commits creatures to the board. Generally Chandra is not like a 4-of or anything, so I don't think it's a horrible risk. I could lose to it, but if I do, I do, you know? But yeah, a backup Chandra would be the worst thing that my opponent could do here. I'm just gonna have to take a risk. Glorybringer, that's fine. It is a lot of damage, but I get to Fumigate, so I get to recoup 2 of it at least. So I go down to 9 backup. See, that's why I wanted to cast out Chandra, by the way, is because like if I didn't, then these would hurt me even more. I think I have to library this at this point. And just hope he doesn't have another Chandra. And I can't really afford to play at instant speed right now. I just gotta take care of those threats. And this card does hit most of the things that they play. Not everything. He could play a Rekindling Phoenix. He could play a Chandra. But yeah, I'm happy I'm able to gain another life back at least. My goodness, my opponent has a lot of gas. But I go back up to 8, which is not awful. Oh my goodness, Heart of Quran too. Yikes. We gotta start graveyarding. We need to find answers. I don't know if I can win this. He's just curving really well. Like, I'm doing my best here, but I need to find like a Settle the Wreckage or something. We're at 5 cards in our graveyard. Come on, he keeps getting gas. Oh well. Down to 3, that's not a good sign. I don't think I misplayed at any point during this game either. He's just like non-stop threat after threat after threat, you know? Which is very difficult. Do you have Lightning Strike? Like, what's that last card in hand, pal? Cool. So I have to find a Settle, otherwise I'm probably just dead. Probably just dead if I miss Settle. It's graveyard. I have to... We have to find Settle here. That's our only out. Tricky. So if I get Settle the Wreckage here, I might be winning, but it is a 1-of draw, which makes it kind of unlikely. We have to cycle now, because I don't want to give him a free card off of Bomat. And now we have to hit Settle, or something. Is that good enough? 4, 7... 4, 7, 8. I go down to 1. I gotta take it. 4, 7, 8. I go up to 9. If he draws a Chain Whirler, I'm dead. Man, as Kaza gets to flip, I get to get a little bit closer to different answers. Of course, settle would have been great there, but what can you do? Not dead yet. Not dead yet. It's graveyard. Let's transform. We get to look pretty deep for a settle here, at least. And if he finds a Goblin Chain Whirler, we're actually dead. But I think we've dealt with one Chain Whirler already, so it's unlikely that he would actually get a Chain Whirler, surprisingly. There's no need for him to attack with all, so I can actually punish him quite a bit if I get settle here. Alright. Come on, settle. We're not dead yet, LeBeau. We're not dead yet. It's close, but no cigar quite yet. That Scrappy Scrounger is a serious problem, though. I think I have to do this right now, because if I draw Drakehaven, that's at least an out, you know? These Hypno Rivulets might as well be colorless lands because I cannot tap for life, so let's just do this. And that's what I'm talking about, that Drakehaven. Oh, I can't cycle it though. So I lost. I can play Drakehaven, but I can't actually cycle to make a Drake. So yeah, the game is effectively over, unfortunately. Unless my opponent... No, it's not over. I can cycle Countervailing Winds and get a life gain spell. It's my only chance. So let's try to do it, I guess. So I have to get a 1-of card here. And if I get that 1-of card, I'm in good shape, but if I don't, I lose. I can still get it by cycling Hieroglyphic Illumination, but the problem with that is it's not good enough. Is there any 2-drop that can save me here? No. There's no 2-drops that save me, so I'm gonna concede. Couldn't quite find it, unfortunately. I needed an answer there. I could have came back and won that game, though. If I had found an answer there, like, I was actually seriously making headway to fight back and win that game, but, didn't quite get there. I do think I played that pretty much as well as I could have, though, so I'm happy for that, you know? I didn't see any, like, big punts throughout the course of that game. I gave it my all. And, you know, sometimes your all just isn't enough. Sometimes, like, draws just don't line up. This hand's okay. That's the card that would have saved me the game if I could have cycled into it. Hand looks pretty good against this deck. Excuse me. That is one of my favorite sensor targets. Not having to deal with a Heart of Quran for any amount of the game, or at least that Heart of Quran. Looks good to me. Let's just hold open countervailing winds, just in case. We're probably gonna cycle her Renewed Faith this turn. Yeah, we're not countering that, and we couldn't anyways, even if we wanted to. But I definitely wouldn't want to counter that. Getting the life total back up just a little bit. So I do have a line that I can go for here, and it's to just try and play Hieroglyphic Illumination. But seeing as how my opponent just keeps slamming creatures to the board, I kind of just want to go for a turn 5 Fumigate instead. Just based on the way he's been curving out. Of course, if he plays Chandra, I get punished for Fumigating, but it is what it is. He could play Chandra right here, though, that's the thing. Kindling Phoenix. I think that's worth the counter. It's a little risky, because if he slams Chandra afterwards, I could get punished pretty hard, but I think I am just going to take that risk. Next turn, I'm going to try to go for a Spicy Hyro. Or a nice Settle if he plays a haste creature. I think it's better to leave all my mana untapped here. So let's just play Irrigated Farmland. Get more tapped lands out of the way. Try to draw more cards. Hopefully find like a cast out, that would be ideal. That's the Chandra that I was scared of, that I might get punished for countering the Phoenix. But I mean, that was a risk we were willing to take, so I'm not too mad about it. Just disappointed. It sucks when you knowingly play around a certain threat, or you neglect to play around it knowingly, but you get punished anyway. You know. So I'm gonna cast this out with the hope that he doesn't have a second Chandra in his hand. Because I don't want to take 2 damage from her. I have to take risks, so. We're gonna tap out a bit, unfortunately. Just because she is in a class of her own, and I need her to get cast out. If they have the backup, then good for them. But I really need to get her off the board. Chandra number 2 is gonna be really tilting if they have it. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. I mean, I knowingly play in a way where, like, it's just so lucky that they have a second one. So fucking lucky, dude. You're so lucky right now. Ugh, I hate this. I'm tilted. I'm definitely tilted. Just feels like they got it all right now, you know? Feels like they got it all. Well, I have to find my second cast out. I really don't hate the way I played that though, because Chandra is a 2 of. Like, you never run like 4 Chandras. Like, maybe you'll run 3, but it's just very unlikely that they'd have 2 of her there, and that's why I played that line. Just RNG is being a fucking asshole today, you know? It's frustrating, it really is. I feel like I need to hang on to that countervailing winds, so I'm gonna keep it. Just hope that I can top deck as well as they do. If I can top deck one of my 4 cast outs as easily as they top deck one of their 2 to 3 Chandras. Thank God the top deck gods are actually being kind to me now. That's 2 Chandras down. You got a third one, buddy? He was lucky to have the second one, so I don't feel guilty at all about this. That's frustrating. I really don't want to fumigate a Bomat Courier, but I will. I'll stoop to that level if it needs to be done. Come on, please play a second threat. Dude! How many Chandras do you have? Oh my goodness! 3 Chandras in his top 21 cards. Like, this is the shit that I'm facing today. Just super lucky, like, curves. Frustrating, you know? You got a 4th Chandra there too? You just got all 4 in your top 20? Like, come on, man. Now I have to use my Fumigate to kill a Bomat Courier. I'm not doing that. I hate it, but I can't use a Fumigate there. What the fuck is his hand? Like, I have to do this. I don't have like any recourse right now. There's just too much pressure on my life total. I'm assuming he just drew lands. Oh, disintegrations. Okay, well at least those are gone. Both myself and my opponent in top deck mode. Soulscar, I'm gonna take it. I gotta counter better things than Soulscar. Alright, I'll counter Heart for sure. Man, he has just been curving like a champ. Do you seriously have a third playable? Like, he discards 2 cards, draws a Bomat, a Heart of Corona. Like, get out of here, dude. The guy's just curving like a god right now. Thankfully, I got this, but man, I really need to start curving. Ugh. Settle's pretty good. Sensor is pretty useless. Let's just cycle it. Renewed Faith is not bad. I think I gotta hold on to that. I'm not sure how I want to use it yet. Okay, Teferi, let's see you do your thing. That is the best draw I probably could have had in my deck. I could play Drakehaven, but I don't feel the need to. I don't want to tap out. I don't want to make the same mistake I made last quick constructed, where I left all my mana open, just in case he has a lightning strike. Not gonna be taking too many risks here.
We need to move quickly.
So EOT, I'll cycle Desert of the Mindful, and I'm literally just gonna hold on to Renewed Faith, just in case he has a lightning strike in hand. Because I wouldn't put it past him. Let's start making some Drakes. He's probably gonna have a lot of removal, but he did discard 2 Disintegrations, so I think we're okay. I think we can ride this one home. I refuse to use Renewed Faith. Completely refuse. Ooh, double Renewed Faith. That is excellent. Just need to see what his hand is, and then I can play around a lot. It's fine. Okay. Scrap Heap Scrounger is actually what I'm gonna name. Actually, Chandra's pretty annoying herself, but I think I can deal with a Chandra at this point in the game. And the chances of them top decking a Chandra are slim to none, so. I'm just gonna gain 6 here. I really need the life. And I'll cycle Renewed Faith at EOT. I can't be at 3. 3 is just too fucking risky. Nice. That's a good sign. Alright, I think I got him now. Let's start making some Drakes, and we know what to do from here. Wow, what a come from behind victory. I really thought I was done for there. So I'm happy I won that. I got a little lucky with the cast outs, but then again, my opponent got a little lucky with the Chandras, so we were both kind of lucky. I also got pretty lucky with the Teferi top deck. Alright, let's keep playing. Hand looks good. Good win on that last game. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, that was pretty stressful. The trick to winning that game was to not actually gain life until he forced the removal, and that's what I was trying to do. It wasn't until I made him reveal his hand with Sorcerer's Spyglass that I felt safe, you know, actually gaining the life. So I think the plan is to Escanta here, which is very risky, and I need to take a bunch of turns off for it, which makes me really not want to do this, but... Is it better to censor? The problem with censor is I'd like to cycle it to my Drakehaven to make Drakes, and I think I'm facing red deck wins, so it might not be awful to do that. We, mission accomplished, just pulled all 5 legendary dinosaurs with indomitable creativity. Jesus, dude. Congrats. Man, my opponent is getting the God Curve right now, and I think I have to keep that land, just because if I'm throwing away land, that's generally a pretty bad sign. Alright, here's to hoping that Censor and Hieroglyphic Illumination can do some work stabilizing. I'm not in a good spot right now. But I'm 1 land away from a Settle the Wreckage, or I'm 1 land away from a Fumigate, and I can already hold open Settle the Wreckage. Should I draw it? That's so satisfying. Does sound pretty satisfying. 5 color. Okay, let's graveyard that. Or do we want to? Because it does cycle. To be fair, this is a card that cycles. For 1. It cycles for 1 mana. Let's keep it. Right now he's putting 0 pressure on me, so I mean, he's obviously putting pressure on me, but it's not that much. And I want to have a ton of cycle 1 cards so that I can just poop out Drakes easily. That hurt. So I think the plan is to just kill this Bomat, right? I mean, I could double block Karizev, but Bomat's who I really want to get at. They might just have 2 removal spells, which would be pretty annoying. I wouldn't put him past the first removal spell, let's just put it like that. You're really gonna let me declare this block? You're gonna have to kill a second one. Okay, let's cycle 1 more card. Keep forcing that removal out of his hand. At least that's not getting pointed at my face, right? Fumigate, there we go. Decent draw. God, this guy's curve is really good though. He has it all right now. But at least that lightning strike, like I said, that lightning strike is not hitting me in the face. But man, this is a sad Fumigate. It's really not doing a whole heck of a lot for me. I don't know if I want to Fumigate here. I think I gotta be stubborn. That's risky. Look, Karizev is a freaking beast. You discard 2, you draw 4, and I'm down to Fumigate. But if he has anything with hastes, if he has Hazard, it's actually not a big deal because I don't think he'll be able to dump 5 cards. I think I gotta do it, and we'll find other answers. For now, I just need to make sure that Karizev doesn't hit me again. So I go up to 8, and they have 5 cards in hand. Whew. What legendary dinosaur was your favorite, Kalos? Personally, I feel like Zatalpa would be pretty fun there. Nezahal also gets high points just due to how annoying that card is and difficult to deal with. You can always discard stuff, you know. They must have a nice hand if they're not going to discard. Like a Chandra or something. I do gain 2 life though if you don't. Hazard and Karazef. Ooh, those are good cards. I'm happy I got rid of those 2, I will say. I don't know if I would have done that if I were them. Just because Hazard is so good, you know? That's a tough card, because I want to cycle. I really want to cycle. I think I keep it. But I'm running the risk of losing to a Chandra if I don't find a cast out soon. We're still gonna go for the cycle plan though, because if I can just gum the board up with Drakes, we might have a good shot. And I get to make not 1 but 2 Drakes here. Nice, we got him. Alright. Zatalpa is fun because Helm of the Host in combo as well, yeah. Getting multiple Zatalpas, my goodness. Zatalpa doesn't mind Fumigate, you know? I wanted to look at that list you sent me yesterday in the video, but I ended up streaming super late. And so I have not gotten a chance to see it yet, unfortunately. But it is still something I want to do. My stream literally ran on so long yesterday that I pretty much fell asleep shortly after I was done streaming, and when I'm done with this one, I should have more time though to check it out. Whew, that is 3 aggro decks in a row, 2 of which I've actually beaten. I'm quite proud of that, because aggro decks are scary as fuck. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's got a lot of the anti-aggro elements. How many Fanatical Firebrands and Bomats have I faced today? It's like been at least like 5 or so. It's a lot. I've been messing around with stuff that pirate that gives extra turns. What is that? Something Navigator? Something that I can't remember the name of it, but I know what card you're talking about. Time Space Navigator? I can't remember. That's just kind of what I feel like the card is called though. We're gonna go for Search and try to hold open Settle on turn 4, which I think we can do. So long as my opponent doesn't beat me on turn 4, of course. But I think we're doing okay. That's the one. Time Stream Navigator. I'm not gonna say no to more Settles in this board. Let's just play our tapped land. We're gonna have to take a bunch here, but Settle should be good. The one thing that would make us lose would be a Chandra. If he plays Chandra, I'm in really bad shape. But that's what the Censor is currently for. Okay, we got to censor a Chandra. That is no joke. We might actually be able to stabilize here, so long as they don't have backup Chandras like my opponent from 2 games ago had. But losing that Chandra, that's a really bad look for them. And now I get to untap with Settle the Wreckage mana open. I'm gonna library it, but I don't want to. But the reason I'm librarying it is to bluff. And also, I don't think my opponent's gonna be patient enough to play around 4 Settle the Wreckages. But this is a risky keep, if he has another Chandra. I just gotta hope he doesn't. Okay, opponent just committed fully into that. I don't think people understand the card Heaven Earth. I understand that one. I've been wrecked by it quite a few times. I guess they can sack the Scrap Heap Scrounger so that they still can return it back from the graveyard, but that's fine, because they'll get less land that way, so. It's sitting in my graveyard and opponent just loaded the board with Merfolk. That's funny. Yeah, I've experienced that card firsthand on duels many a times, so a little bit of duels experience kicking in, you know. I really need to hit land drops now, because I want to have counter spells open. So if I can hit land, that would be perfect. Or cast outs. Land and cast outs would probably be the two best cards. Gotta be a little bit careful with that Harsh Mentor, but I think we're fine. Let's just library this. We want to hit land. I'm willing to drop a Settle the Wreckage here to preserve my life total. Because I need to slow my opponent down right now. Also, I don't mind. I want to get more cards in my graveyard. I don't think they currently have a Chandra, so... Because if they did, they would have slammed it. So they're kind of in top deck mode. And we just gotta preserve the life total as best as we can. The best thing that I could have happen would be them playing a card with haste and attacking with both, such as Fanatical Firebrand, because now I get a little bit more value for my Harsh Mentor. Also, my opponent let their Scrap Heap Scrounger get exiled when Karizev could have sacrificed it, I'm pretty sure. So I'm a little confused as to why that happened, but... Alright, let's keep settling. I don't think my opponent is going to ever play around these future settles, because they wouldn't expect 4 of them out of your top 12 cards, you know? So I think these settles are going to get me a lot more mileage if he keeps committing like this. Even if he does get another Scrap Heap Scrounger, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble, because all of his creatures thus far have gotten exiled. Alright, I want to keep hitting land. That's not good enough. I want land drops. I'll save that for EOT, but... Yeah, I want to hit land as much as possible here. Now we get to have the counter shields open. I'm not gonna counter that. I need to use Hieroglyphic Illumination here with those lands. Does anyone... Hang on, I'll read your comment in a second. I gotta use this Hieroglyphic Illumination here. Five cards. We might be able to flip his Kanta next turn. Let's library that. We need to have a big graveyard, considering all the mana I've given him. Okay. Does anyone have the problem of getting the free playset cards as rewards from Quick and Comp Constructed? What do you mean by free playset cards? I don't actually understand your question. The free playset cards? Yeah, sorry, I don't know how to answer that. You'll have to elaborate a little bit. But how's it going, Shasen? Sorry that you're having problems with the game. I was having some problems yesterday, actually. They gave you several playsets of several rares from Kaladesh and Aether Revolt. Oh, you should automatically have those. That's why. You don't have to actually unlock them. They should already be in your collection. And if they're not, then something's wrong. But look up if you have 4 Scrap Heap Scroungers. Look up if you have 4 Chandras. See if you have 4 Torrential Gearhulks. If you don't, then... Yes, but I get them as rewards? Really? I didn't get mine as rewards. They were just given to me automatically. So I haven't heard of that one before. Alright, I do not want to take that much damage. I'm gonna counter that. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah, you can get the same rewards that you already have. Like, that's just RNG, you know, randomly generated number. Like, you can just get the same cards. Like, that happens to me all the time. Like, I'll have a card already, and I'll just get a copy of it, even though I already have all of the copies of it. Yeah, that's just, actually, hang on. Yeah, I do want to cycle that. I need 7 cards in graveyard. I do want to hit land, but I'll take this Drakehaven as well. Yeah, Kalos Kiwi is hitting the nail on the head. If you have more than 4 or something, you can still get it in a reward, and it'll just go to Vault. And unfortunately, it won't be a new card for you, but you'll at least get your Vault progressed a little bit faster, so it's not totally bad. You know, there are some positives to it. If they give you the card, just take them out of the reward pool. I mean, I do kind of agree with that, but it is what it is. So if my opponent has 2 removal spells, then good for him. I think I want to use my... Oh shit. Alright, I'm kind of scared right now, guys. I don't even know if I want to use my Escanta at this point. Wow. I gotta be very careful. And I really need to gain life. Man, that was a scary play by them. The pressure's on, guys. We're slamming Teferi, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we get to untap and hold Settle the Wreckage open. We're doing it. We want to hit more lands, and we want to hit specifically life gain spells. Alright, Teferi, I need your help winning this game. What's nice about Teferi is he untaps the lands, which is... Ooh! No. I was thinking of playing Sorcerer's Spyglass there, but I think I should wait 1 turn. Which I hate doing, because I'll probably have to use a Settle the Wreckage there, but I have 2 Settle the Wreckage. The risk of playing Sorcerer's Spyglass and naming Aethersphere Harvester is that he could just draw a Hazoret and punish me. And I don't feel like I'm in a position where I have to play risky lines. I feel like I'm in a position where I can play safe lines. And sure enough, yeah, we're in the driver's seat here. Let's just try to hit some land drops. If possible.
No time for a break.
Do we need Abandoned Sarcophagus? No, we don't even have life gain in our graveyard. We need life gain specifically. And I'm definitely naming Harvester here. It's like not even a question. And his only top deck that's an out is a Shock or a Lightning Strike. I would care less if I got 4 out of packs. Okay, I'm really happy that he's just playing his shit after he gets it, because it's making me a lot less nervous. Because if he had held that card in hand, then I may have to just respect that it could be a Shock, you know? Let's just look for some life gain cards. See, now I can tap out, because I know that he has nothing. Renewed Faith, there we go. Alright, we're in good shape now. Let's just keep the Teferi plus going, and we're gonna discard some cards and make some Drakes. Got him. Whew. Tough game. This always seems to stabilize, like, right at the nick of time, you know? against red. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they just crush you, but in the games that I win, it's normally through the skin of my teeth, you know? Alright, so we have 2 chances to get 6 wins. And it's important to get 6 wins because you get a lot more rewards for 6 wins than you do for 5 wins. So I do want to win this next game, if possible. It's been tough today. So I've gone 5-3 for my first one, and currently I am 5-1 for my second quick constructed. This hand is not that great, but it does have Fumigate, it does have Cast Out, it's just really slow. I don't think I can mull it though, because it has a decent ratio of lands. It's just not really the hand you want to see in your opener. This is probably one of the worst openers I've seen today. But not worth mulling. It'd have to be like, maybe if I had like one more land in here I would mull it, you know, but I'm just gonna work with what I got. Maybe I can play Abandoned Sarcophagus and just cycle everything. Maybe that's the plan. And just get a ton of card advantage that way. I don't think that's actually a bad plan, because I need to just filter right now. Like, I can cycle Cast Out and just cycle pretty much everything in my deck. So we're facing blue-black. I think this is a good opportunity to just slam Abandoned Sarcophagus. If he counters it, it's fine. If he doesn't counter it, it's fine. Cool. I'm happy it resolved. Now I get to cycle everything in my deck and have it in the graveyard to use, which is good. So every cycle card that I get is essentially card draw, so long as he can't deal with this Abandoned Sarcophagus. It's like free card draw that I get to use later. I think I'm facing blue-black mid-range, by the way. If I had to guess what this deck is, it seems to be blue-black mid-range. If he counters this, it's fine. I don't really mind. I can actually afford to lose this Kanta here, as crazy as that sounds. Now, I gotta be a little bit careful about what I put into my graveyard with Kanta, because if I put cycling cards into my graveyard with this Kanta, they will actually get exiled. Okay, he just disallows it. I could censor that, and I think it's probably worth it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Unfortunately, my censor is going to get exiled here, but getting an Kanta is important. But as you can see, this is gone now. But I get to ride value cantrips at this point in the game, and that's the main point. It's also very difficult to deal with permanents in these colors. He'd have to have like Blink of an Eye or something, you know? And Blink of an Eye doesn't even deal with the permanent, it just returns it to the hand. Oh, Nicol Bolas colors, eh? Okay, we're gonna library that. We do not want to graveyard any cycling cards. And now let's just start cycling. We want to cycle as much as we can and just craft a perfect graveyard in hand. And we want to try and hit land drops too, that's important. just keep the cycle going. And get as much ridiculous value off of this abandoned sarcophagus as possible. We have a good setup right now. We have an excellent setup. And I don't think Nicol Bolas is just going to be able to do anything. He's down a Disallow as well, that I was able to trade for a Censor. And I get to cycle basically everything. We want to hit land, though. Come on, Drakehaven. I'm going to library that, but it's not going to be coming down for a while. I need way more lands before I can even think about that. I really did want to hit a land drop there, but sadly that did not happen. Sure. If he doesn't do anything, EOT, I'll just cycle Renewed Faith. And that should be fine. He does have a terrifying amount of mana open. And that's why I need to catch up on land drops. If I don't catch up on land drops, I could actually be in some deep trouble. Let's just make our graveyard bigger. We also want to flip as Kanta as soon as we possibly can, because it's tough to use these because it's going to decrease the amount of cards in our graveyard, so we just want to play these cards out, or we want to cycle them. I don't know why he's taking so long, like, come on, man. Sometimes people like really slow roll you, but I'll try to ignore it. I'll try to ignore it. I don't want to get tilted. But like, sometimes you have to wonder, right? Like, it's on his end step. Nothing's going on. We've been having a reasonably fast game so far, and he just like starts to brick each turn. Okay, there we go. Again, I'm not gonna say no to Drakehavens. I could slam a Drakehaven here, but I like having Counterspell Magic open, and I'm not really in a hurry, so. My main goal, honestly, is to catch up on mana, because right now, in terms of mana, he is just destroying me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 5 lands, so he's 2 lands ahead. So all I need to do is just try my best to hit land drops. I don't understand why someone walks away from their keyboard when playing. I mean, there could be all kinds of reasons, right? I'm not gonna speak for this guy, but yeah, it's hard to say. I don't need to set up these Drakehavens yet. I'm gonna go for that later. That's a card I can actually graveyard. I could cycle this land and get 6 cards in my graveyard, but I really don't want to fall backseat to all the lands he's playing. Like, he's going to be able to resolve so much shit with all this, you know? But I will go for some card draw here, and I don't hate just discarding cards like Fumigate and Settle. Preferably Fumigate. And I get to put yet another card into my graveyard. With Renewed Faith. I am going through my graveyard, or through my library pretty quickly, but I don't think that's currently a big deal. Alright, come on, man. Play the game. So, I could play a Drakehaven here and not feel as guilty about it. I don't mind eating up one counterspell, although he could be saving Gear Hulk. He does have enough mana for Gear Hulk, so honestly, I'm just gonna be patient. If I slam... Here's the problem. If I slam Drakehaven, he slams Gear Hulk to counter it. I can't even do much, but I think I need to let him counter, unfortunately. And I can't really fight over it, but at least I'm not doing nothing for my turn, you know? And I think I will transform my Azcanta, given the opportunity, because I want to ramp right now. I want to catch up on mana. So if he wants to get rid of it, that's fine, you know? And again, I'm trying to counter Nicol Bolas, should that ever come up, so I'm going to, leave Counterspell Magic open, because I'm pretty sure they run Nicol Bolas. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. How many lands do they have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. But they're probably gonna get a land next turn, so they'll catch up. They'll have 2 more lands on me yet again. Yeah, the mana is actually super important. It dictates what I can and can't fight over, and that's why I'm trying to hit land drops now. That's pretty annoying. I don't really have a way to stop that, do I? I mean, I could Countervailing Winds it, but I only have 6 cards in the graveyard, so I don't think it's worth it. It's too bad. That was a pretty high value play. We're gonna cycle this land. I think we have plenty of land drops right now. And the goal is just gonna be to win with these Drakes now. Force him to have to make some uncomfortable plays. The question is, do I let him mess with Azcanta now that this board state is a little different? I'm not sure. That's fine. You're gonna disallow that trigger? Like, what are you doing here? I think that's a little too aggressive to disallow a Drake trigger. Also, he's letting me transform as Kanta. Okay, sure, that's fine. So he's letting me transform as Kanta, and I get to Field of Ruin his Field of Ruin because of him tapping out. And I have 2 Drakes. I'm ahead on life total. I can actually race him and feel somewhat confident about it. He still might just Nicol Bolas me, which is very stressful, but let's graveyard that because we're trying to find threats now. Before I can do anything with that Field of Ruin, I just want it off the board. I maybe should have attacked first in case he has Fatal Push, but whatevs. I mean, this is not that bad. I get to make a bunch of drakes off of a sensor. Off of a sensor. So it could be far worse. Nicol Bolas would eat up a fuck ton of mana, at least. In this board state. That's kind of annoying, because I cannot make drakes now. So I think I cycle this and just let him take whatever he wants. I need to race him, that's the thing. He doesn't get to take the sensor now. He could still Hour of Devastation me, but at least now if he Nicol Bolases, actually he can't Nicol Bolas, first of all. Wow, he took the Fumigate. I disagree with that. I think Settle's better. Life gain's not a huge deal. So he could still Hour of Dev me and swing in for 5. But not much I can do about that. I don't know what's taking him so long, though. Come on, man. Actually, if he had Hour Devastation, he could have used it just then. I'm not gonna block. Try to pressure that life total. If he has Hour Dev, then I guess I just got outplayed, but I think if I had Hour Dev and I was in his place, I would have cast it right there, then and there. Then again, that Ether Hub doesn't even grant him any energy, so I guess it makes sense that he can't cast it. Alright. I don't have any creatures in my deck, so Scarab God's not actually that threatening. Let's just hit you for 8. And I can even fight over a counter spell. I mean, I guess he could get his own stuff back, but that's not really that scary to me, considering I'm flying over the air, you know? And if he wants to fight over this, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Also, he does know that I have Settle right now. That is known. Are you really going to do nothing here? I think I just have a very favorable position. I don't see how we can win this, to be honest. Short of a sweeper, which I'd probably just fight over. I will definitely vote over this. I'll definitely vote over this. I'll definitely fight over this. I just want to see if you... I'm going to actually just cast this. I'm not even going to use my Escanta. If you fight over it, the problem is your mana is going to be super tapped out, so... That's the main point. And that means that I get to... Okay, his mana, look at his mana right now, it's just awful. I'm not even gonna fight over that. Because I get to make a ton of extra drakes now. And he's stuck at 4 lands, which is just pocket chain. That's nothing, you know? This is a bit aggressive of me, but I think I'm gonna go for just the sheer number of drakes. If I draw a cycling card, that would be super ideal right now. Cycling would be awesome right here. Just draw like a 1-mana cycler. Ah, Teferi's pretty good too, let's be fair. Okay, so we get you down to 4. There's the 1-mana cycler we were asking for. Alright, we get you down to 4. He may have a Vraska's Contempt, but if he has Vraska's Contempt, he has to tap out for it, so... And he loses a full turn. Meanwhile, my Teferi's on board. That is... yeah, I'm actually fine with that. He doesn't even get to get any lands now. Let's just slam Teferi. I may not win this game, or I'm sorry, this game. I may not win this turn, but he's in so much trouble, you know? He has 1 mana that he can possibly use to cast a Fatal Push. But I don't know if I can beat him with what I have. I haven't done the math, I haven't crunched the numbers. But it looks lethal. Yeah, I got him. Alright. Looking good. Even have a counter spell. Yeah, that's why Bantu's Last Reckoning is not the best card, because it's really a big deal when you can't untap your lands. It's just so painful, you know? I think Bantu's Last Reckoning is kind of a trap card. It'd be much easier if you just use 1 more mana to cast Yanni's Expertise, you know? Alright, we're at 6. Let's see if we can get to 7. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with this event, because I got everything I wanted. I'm getting the full amount of rewards minus the gold now, so that was an important game, and I'm happy I won it. You agree? Yeah. The stress is kind of off me now. Like, I don't mind if I lose 2 games in a row. I really don't. It was just important that I won that 1 game, just so that I can get 2 rares versus 1 rare, you know? 300 gold. I think I go from like 1800 to 2100 gold should I win this game, so it's not really of much consequence, you know? Or I'm thinking of the best of 3 numbers. I think it goes. I can't remember, to be honest. I can't remember what the mana count goes to, or what the gold count goes to. Should I win this one? I might hold on to this Renewed Faith and just use it with Drakehaven here. In fact, I think that is what I'm gonna do. If he has a turn 2 counter for Drakehaven, then we're gonna be in some trouble. But I'm gonna go for it. Okay, he gets turn 2 Escanta, I get turn 3 Drakehaven, and it is a game, folks. It is a game. I can play Irrigated Farmland next turn and just cycle 1 Renewed Faith. Make 1 Drake, and then next turn I'll try to make 2 Drakes per turn. I just don't want to cycle my only other land right now, other than Field of Ruin, because I do need to hit land drops. That is very important for this deck. So let's just play the farmland and hope that we can draw into some other cycling cards. If not, I could be provocative and go up to hand size and then start discarding, but I don't know. That seems risky. So for now, we're just gonna use the Renewed Faith, and we actually have an excellent chance to win this. Fatal Push doesn't really matter whether you have Revolt or not, because the Drake CMC is 0. Looking pretty good so far. And again, I think I'm just going to go for Max Drakes here. Control decks have a very difficult time dealing with this. The best card that I can actually think of him having would be Blink of an Eye, because then he could bounce the Drakehaven, but even that isn't the best. So, yeah, currently I think we're in a favored position. Although we do need more cycling cards. That's the one issue that I'm running into right now, is I don't have as many cycling cards as I would like in my hand. The Settle the Wreckage, kind of a dead card. Fumigate, kind of a dead card. Like, if I could hit something with cycling here off of this Renewed Faith, it'd be pretty cool. I'm not sure if I want to cycle Cast Out. I could go all in with it, but it's a little risky doing that, considering I could get Settle the Wreckage. Countervailing Winds is a good start. Let's just see how he responds here. It's twice the damage, so he's gotta... He might have to do something about it, you know? If he doesn't, I'll just be patient. I'd love to see this get settled, though, because then I can slam a Drakehaven in response. You're just gonna cast down. That is not a good counter spell right there. Like, that doesn't counter a whole lot. That's Negate or Syncopate. And I can play around Syncopate, so I'm gonna go for it. And I still have Countervailing Winds mana open. Now I can cycle Cast Out and get 2 Drakes, which is a lot better. I do think I should respect Settle the Wreckage. I don't want to, but maybe I won't. A lot of these decks actually don't run Settle the Wreckage, that's the thing. So it might not be a bad idea to just not play around it for that reason. Because what would you rather have happen? Would you rather get fumigated or would you rather get settled, you know? I'm gonna disallow that trigger. Does that work? Let's just see. I'm curious if that works. Oh, he's just gonna use a cast down. Okay, he doesn't have a disallow in his graveyard. I forgot about that. We definitely need to draw more cycling cards, and that's the only thing I'm a little bit nervous about. Is if I don't draw cycling cards, then he could get ahead, potentially. That's where Search for Azcanta comes into play. This is a really good draw. How many cards are in his graveyard? 5, so I think I can just play the Search pretty safely with the Field of Ruin mana. Next turn I'll make some more Drakes, and I just feel like he doesn't have Settle, so I don't think I play around it, as crazy as that might sound. He does have a fuck ton of mana though, which scares me. I could attack with all but 1. I wouldn't mind attacking with all but 1. I just really don't want to get fumigated, that's the thing. So I gotta play in a way that is good against Settle and against Fumigate, which is kind of tough. Let's graveyard our own Settle. So we have double countervailing winds. I think we're just gonna try and utilize that for lethal. Yeah, I think we won. Well, maybe not one, but we have a very decent board here. I could even cycle countervailing winds though, if nothing else. I'm not respecting the settle because I just don't think they run the settle. And let's just pass the turn. We don't have to do anything here. It's back to you, buddy. He might fumigate here. That is definitely a possibility, but if he does, I think we win, so it's very difficult. I don't even need to do anything here. Like, I can actually settle the Wreckage Him and just not care, although I don't want to get fumigated, that's the thing. So I'm gonna take 5, and I think I just win here because I have double countervailing winds, and he doesn't have a way to stop all these Drakes. I just don't need to respect anything. Like, I don't need to do anything with my mana. Yeah, see, I can just countervailing winds that, and I can counter the counter, too. And that should be game. Unless he has Moment of Craving, but even that wouldn't be enough. He'd have to have double Fatal Push, and even that wouldn't be enough. Even if he had double Fatal Push, I could take both of them and still deliver lethal without even countering, you know. That's why I just was fine taking that hit from the Gear Hulk. Alright, that's 7 and 1. Let's go, boys. Felt pretty good. 1,000 gold. What on earth? What does this do? When Consulate Crackdown enters the battlefield, exile all artifacts your opponent controls. Huh, I've never seen that one. Looks pretty bad. Lyra Dawnbringer. I'll take another Lyra Dawnbringer. Alright, not bad.